System security then always piques everyone's interest this. So how can I attack and harm a computer and possibly do some harm to the people who are using those computers as well? And there's loads of different ways to do it. This video is going to focus on malware as well as spyware. We're going to go into that, and as always we're going to talk about how to attack computers but how to defend against those attacks as well. So the first term we're going to cover is malware. It's your catch-all term. So when we say malware, we usually mean one of three things. First thing we mean is viruses. Now you've probably heard of them. They are programs which are going to cause some sort of harm to your computer. It can vary in what they do. I mean, it can like corrupt your hard drive so you can't load up your computer anymore, which is obviously very bad, or it can just be incredibly annoying. So I had a virus once which every time you pressed the fourth key on your keyboard, so you do A, B, C, D, the computer would then beep, and that was incredibly annoying. I had that one. So they cause some sort of harm. And then you've got worms. They try to just replicate themselves as fast as possible, quickly filling up your hard drive so it's unusable. And if it's on a network, it will try to fill up your network with copies of itself as well. So that will try and bring down your networking computer that way. And then you've got Trojans as well. These will install themselves on your computer. They might allow somebody access, unauthorized access to your computer, which then they can get access to all your files and things like that. Okay, so viruses, worms, Trojans, and malware. And we defend against all of them using, and this is a nice easy one to remember, anti-malware. Okay, you've obviously heard of antiviruses probably, but anti-malware just makes clear we're covering defense against worms and Trojans, because we don't typically say like anti-worm software, anti-Trojan software. It's just anti-malware for that. Second thing, spyware. So this is software installed on your computer which is sending information to somebody else without your knowledge. A bad one, a very bad one, is a keylogger, and this will record every single key press that you make and send it to someone else. So here's my keyboard, and if you imagine then I press this letter B here, the fact that I've sent that letter B gets sent to this baddie over here, and you can tell that he's a baddie because he's wearing a top hat. And the problem, you might think that's not too much of an issue, he just knows to press letter B, but if you're on a website and you type in your username and password, all of a sudden he's got all that information, and he can go onto the same website, he'll know which one because he's got all the key presses that you press to get in there, and then be able to log in using your username and password. So that's keyloggers. Another example is adware. Adware will send information to third parties, so companies, about maybe what websites you're browsing, what kind of things you like to do with your time on the computer, but critically it will do it without your knowledge, so without your consent, which is illegal. That can all be combated against this type of spyware, both types of spyware, using anti-spyware. So these are two very easy terms to remember. You've got anti-malware to defend against malware, and you've got anti-spyware to defend against spyware. More attacks in future videos. If you found that video useful, please hit the like button and hit subscribe to the channel. Keep learning and revising more computer science by clicking on the videos linked here.